back here, what would you say?
As much as I can, man. I love this city, you know. I got a lot of friends still here, so whenever the boys are, you know, having a birthday party or something, I try to make it down. I always wanted to like go away for school, right, like most people do, kind of get away from it all, but you know, I had some injuries that happened in high school, so then Western like happened, we were getting a new coach, you know, Greg Marshall was coming, we had a new field, we had this recruiting class that was just unreal that year, we had so many big names that came in, so it just was like Western was just like the ideal situation I felt, and you know, the whole idea of going away kind of turned around. Like I was like, man, how special would it be able to play in front of your friends and your family and your buddies like every week.
After spending so much time in London, you got your wish to go away when you went to Saskatchewan, right?
Yeah, that was kind of cool. Yeah, well, I liked it. I think it worked out. I think, you know, everything works out for a reason. I remember the draft day, we were all at my house. You know, I had a bunch of family and friends over, and my agent was like, yeah, you're probably third or fourth round, something like that. You know, I didn't have the strongest combine, like testing wise. When my name got called, 12th, because they were showing it on TV, the first 2 rounds, and then it happened. Everyone was just like, did I just hear Butler? Like, was that your name, man? And everyone saw, we went nuts. And going to Saskatchewan, man, it was cool. Like, obviously everyone knows what kind of place that is for football. You know, it's almost like, it's not the mecca of CFL football, but it's just like a place where, you know, obviously everybody loves it there. You know, I grew up here, got to go away for a couple of years, experience that, live my life, grow as a football player and as a person, win a Grey Cup, you know, and then now I get to come back home and, you know, kind of it's a different chapter, and you know, we're trying to win another Grey Cup, man.
Outside of the field, like what are your go-to things that you like to do?
Well, I got a 2-year-old American Bulldog, and she's just like literally a ball of energy. So it's like she's, you know, we spend a lot of time together. You know, we go out for nice long walks. You know, I try to train her. I'm trying to turn her into beast mode dog. I hook her up on my harness, and she takes me around and drags me on my bicycle. So I try to get her as jacked as possible. But she's a super, like the nicest, friendliest dog in the world. She's scared of cats. So it's not like she's vicious or anything. She's just, you know, we spend a lot of time. I love being outdoors, man. Anytime I can do stuff outdoors, I head up to my parents' cottage, or parents' place now, which is up in north of Barrie, and they're right on the beach. So I'm an outdoorsy guy, man. I'm always trying to spend my time outdoors, where it's like biking or mountain biking, hiking. Whenever I get the water, if it's not freezing, I'm in the water. So I'm just enjoying what the world, its natural beauties.
You're somewhat of a Canadian advocate, like
yeah.
Like you want the Canadians to get recognized, and rightfully so, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I always feel like Canadians get slighted a little bit, you know, personally in the locker room. I'm always the first guy to speak up if someone always has something to say about Canadian athletes. You know, the thing is like, oh, they always work hard. They may not be the strongest or the fastest, but they're the hardest workers. Well, it's like, I think I'd take a hard worker over a guy who can run a 4.3 any day of the week. Like a guy who's gonna, you know, come to work every single day with the same attitude, no matter if, you know, you're 0-14 or if you're 14-0. I think, you know, I don't know if it's a Canadian thing. I think it's just a human thing. Like, that's what it takes to be a good football player and a good person, is you got to have that work ethic. I want to see more Canadian skill positions. You know, it's the CFL. Canadians are, you know, a big part of this league, and I'm proud to be a Canadian skill position player.